Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Nilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Nama Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Taruveshya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram. Hare Krishna. So, why I was telling you this, singing this song, because we need to understand that sometimes being caught up in our present situation, we generally tend to forget our future, and we also forget our past. So the very fact that all of you have come to this level of practice of Krishna consciousness, that means that all of you would have done some pious activities, some bhakti, some desires to associate with devotee, to meet the Lord. Somewhere in the corner of your heart, somewhere you would have desired that, oh Lord, if you really exist, maybe in that difficult time, or maybe in somewhere you would have desired. And that's why the Lord has given you now an opportunity to know about Him, to come back to Him. Now, you have a choice to whether to become serious or become lethargic in practice of Krishna consciousness. Now, you become lethargic again at the time of old age. You will see many people who came with you in Krishna consciousness, they will take this Krishna consciousness process seriously, right? And then they will perfect their life and go back to Godhead. And at the old age, you will be thinking, I also came along with them in bhakti, and I also got the same guru like them. I also attended the same class like them. I also had the same opportunity like them. But somehow I didn't become serious when I was being told to do serious. But this person became serious, and you will simply repent. So singing this song should awaken us to the opportunity we are getting. And I have seen when I came to Krishna consciousness, bhakti, so many people had come to bhakti, right? Where they are now, hardly anyone is there in Krishna consciousness, practically some soul survivor. And because all of you are blessing me, devotees are blessing me, Guru is blessing me, that's why somehow I have remained the soul survivor. Though Maya has been attacking me, but because my Gurus have protected me, that's why Maya is still not able to do anything. So we need to understand that so many people come to Krishna consciousness. So many people join the Bhagavad Gita class. In 4 classes only I saw. Now the attendance is less than, almost like half. In 4 sessions, 5 sessions I saw in Bhagavad Gita, less than half. Right? So all of you should know this verse that Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye. Out of sahasra, rarest of the rare soul gets the opportunity to hear Bhagavat, to hear from acharyas and perfect their life and go back to Godhead. Manushyanam sahasreshu. Sahasra manushya mein, ek manushya, one person is the rarest of the rare soul who gets this opportunity. Kaschit yatati siddhaye. And what gets he? Gets an opportunity to practice spiritual life. Yatatam api siddhanam. Out of all the crores of living entities who get an opportunity to practice spiritual life, yatatam api siddhana, out of those people who develop an interest to practice spirituality, kaschin mam veti tatvatah. Some people get only opportunity to know about me. So all of you should know the rarest opportunity you are getting and not just spoil it and then repent in old age. And you will see those who are attending satsang class now, some will become serious, right? Just like some people attended along with me in 2005 when I joined the classes, some people attended only. Now what has happened? Which year now it is going on? 2025. 20 years have passed. And in 20 years, I know where are they. I have tried contacting them, but they are not much. One person who committed suicide only left. And some people are there and chanting one round, and some people have not chanting one round. They were all chanting 16 rounds. And we were all staying together in the youth forum, in the Kadakpur base, voice. We were staying together. So now they are gone now. And their life will also, my life will also take its own course. I will also get old. I will also die, right? And they will also get old. They will also die. But at their old age, they will think, "Arey, what did I do? I also got the same opportunity. Now you see this, I didn't utilize my opportunity nicely." So similarly, all of you also, you will see your friends who are attending the satsang classes. Some will become serious. Some will definitely become serious. Some ladies will become serious. Some men will become very serious. And some will be just crawling around. Even if they take initiation, even if they chant 16, somehow they will be crawling around. Someone, they will keep their material desires. They will not try to give up their material desires. Still they will have think, I'll somehow enjoy. Somehow, after hearing so much, that's what we read. The 10th offense of holy name is that to not give up the material attachments, even after hearing so many instructions on this holy name. So the material attachments have to be given up, and more. If you are not ready to give up the material attachments, what is the use of spiritual life? Especially the spiritual life we are practicing, it is Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga. We are all practicing to go back to Godhead. But can we just go without living it, right? Can I go to Mumbai without leaving Delhi? Anyone? All of you have taken flight. Can I go to Mumbai without leaving Delhi if I am staying in Delhi? I have to leave Delhi, then only I can enter Mumbai. Until unless you are Krishna, you stay in Delhi also and stay in Mumbai also, expand yourself. We cannot. So similarly, we have to give up material life to accept spiritual life seriously, sincerely. And the reason we are lethargic in spiritual life, the reason is we are not ready to give up our material attachments. Even after hearing so much, even so many sadhus are telling, Sukadeva Goswami is telling, Krishna himself is telling, what Krishna says, Dukkhalayam asaswatam. This material world is filled with miseries. So we must understand that this material world, Mam upetya punarjanma, dukkhalayam asaswatam, napnuvanti kaunteya. So those who are, kaunteya, those who have understood the material world is miserable, they don't want to come back. They become very serious and they pick up Krishna consciousness very seriously. So your practice of Krishna consciousness and the seriousness will be dependent. Like I saw my brothers and sisters also, my two sisters I have, my father. So now they didn't become serious. So slowly they are continuing their material life and they will continue their material journey, karmic journey they will continue. My mother has dead and gone and she is born somewhere else doing something. Then father will after some time go, sisters will go, I will also go. Now all of us have come together with a material journey and all will go. So, but how we utilize this material journey to create a spiritual destination, that is most important. We all are in a material journey, but are we preparing seriously for a spiritual destination? But what we are preparing? through our material journey, we are trying to create more future material destination. Today I am a human being, tomorrow I am staying in one 3 BHK flat, tomorrow I'll go to a 4 BHK flat, and like that we have so much of material desires, thinking that this material world will offer me some hope. But we see the material world is so dangerous, right? Like Udharan Krishna was sent me a quote where the quote is telling that this material world life is so unpredictable in material world. You go for a vacation, someone shoots you. You go take a plane, the plane crashes. You go and join a hostel, and under the hostel the plane crashes, right? You go for a IPL match and so many people die, crush you and you die. So this is what material world is. It's a very, very gruesome place and unpredictable place, and putting still hopes from this material world is like a foolishness, greatest foolishness, that I'll have some hope to enjoy. And we should become serious, and only when we become serious in Krishna consciousness, we'll be able to find happiness in Krishna consciousness, right? Like for example, if you are really serious about like there are places where you get that 5 rupee ka laddu. How many of you have eaten that 5 rupees laddu which creates this in the throat? Huh? You have eaten sometimes laddu? Santanu Prabhu has eaten, you know. So he is raising his hand. So that 5 rupees laddu, if you eat, there will be something, you know, it will get stuck. I don't know what happens, but how many of you have that experience? I don't know. Huh? That 5 rupees laddu, that if you eat dalda made with spoiled dalda, huh? Banaspati dalda, and you eat it, your throat will be like that. Something will happen in the throat, and then there will be cold, throat infection, like that, right? So the material world, material life, and all this whatever we are seeing, they're like banaspati dalda. So dalda, what is it? Dalda, banaspati dalda. How many of you have eaten dalda? And how many of you have eaten puri from cow ghee? Right? What is the difference? All of you know. So material life is banaspati dalda ghee. Puri made out of banaspati dalda. You get stuck and it will trouble more. So puri will be little tasty, but it will trouble more. Similarly, whatever avenues of happiness in this material world is there, like banaspati dalda, right? And that too puna charvita charvananam. You will go to some shop, they will be making samosa, ye, wo, from that same dalda again and again. And that color of that oil will be like completely jet black. And in that jet black oil, they will put again the samosa, which they have used for almost 1 month. That oil has been used again and again. So similarly, Prahlad Maharaj says, puna charvita charvanana. The material happiness is what? You take one sugar cane and you put it in your mouth and you chew it, and then you get some juice, then you throw it. And then another person comes, hey, sugar cane! And he takes one sugar cane and he also puts it in his mouth and starts chewing, and then definitely some residual juice will be remaining, and then he throws out. And then Prahlad Maharaj says, another person picks it up and he just starts chewing it. I think some happiness is still there. And then he starts experiencing. In this way, material world, everyone is trying to chew material happiness, and no one has ever got happiness. Krutva sisa sruti sukhat mrugatrishni rupa kvedam kale varamase sarujam viroha. Kutra sisa. Everyone has just heard, oh, if I get a good job, I'll be happy. If I get a good wife and husband, I'll be happy. If I get good children, I'll be happy. How many of you are thinking like that? We may tell, we may preach, still in our heart, no, there is some happiness still left. So long we do not understand that there is no happiness, we don't give up the hope or practice of living in material world, we cannot become serious. Okay, today I will shout at you, and out of fear for me, you will become little serious, and next day again you will be sleeping, next day again you will not come for the class, next day again the video will be switched off. Why? Because you're not understanding the seriousness. And how long this old person, I am also getting old, why I should create more stress, and I should focus on my chanting of holy names and go back to Godhead. So you must understand that कितना कोई पीछे पड़ेगा, कोई पीछे नहीं पड़ेगा आपका. मेरे इतने सारे, my so many friends were there, they didn't, some were very intelligent, right? But they could not clear IIT, they could not join the college. Why? Because their teachers were after them, but they didn't listen to their teachers and they didn't become serious. They were left behind. So similarly, we'll also be left behind. Just like many of my friends who joined Krishna consciousness in 2005, now slowly they have left behind. And slowly everyone is on their material journey. So similarly, you have a choice whether to continue on seriously or just leave behind. Okay, that was also a phase. I met Sri Nitai Das, a phase came in my life. I started also putting tilak, that phase also came. Okay, we experienced different phases. So it's my humble request that all of you take Krishna consciousness seriously, and don't underestimate the power of illusion, underestimate the power of dangers of Krishna consciousness, and also don't underestimate the power of Krishna consciousness to take us back to Godhead. So remember your fortune, pray and be grateful what fortune you have got, right? Yesterday I was talking with one brahmachari who had come almost like 2 hours. We were talking, and I was explaining to him that not in all kalpas what is being revealed, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling us, it's not that in all Brahma's day gets revealed. What we are revealed this time, I was explaining that how all our acharyas are manjaris, and these manjaris are very special, very special. Most of the information that we are getting from Vrindavan, about Vrindavan, is from the manjaris. Now, the specialities of the manjaris are, their manjaris are different from the sakhis also. So, the sakhis have a boundary, they cannot go beyond. They don't know what Radha Krishna are discussing. But these manjaris, they can even go just to give water. These manjaris are small girls. Pani chahiye, Radha Rani ko pani pilane, okay, pani hai ki nahi, they can enter. But the sakhis cannot enter the kunja when Radha Krishna are discussing. And that's how the manjaris, like we see Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he is writing a wonderful thing called Bilapa Kusumanjali, Swapna Vilas. In that, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing what Radha Rani and Krishna are discussing after Radha Rani has got up and she has seen a dream. And she is explaining now how come Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur have understood it, because of Manjari, they are very close to Radha Rani and Krishna. Going and giving water, they overhear. Oh, Radha Rani saw a dream, Radha Rani saw a dream, Radha Rani saw a dream. Right? So that's what we are getting now. And now if you miss it, what will happen? Again, Janani Jathare Chilama Jokhone, again you will enter another womb. Right? We don't know whether it will be a human womb, dog womb, cat womb, what womb. Right? Then you come out and you tell, cat mama, give me face, give me face. You may be vegetarian, putting tilak. Now you got a cat mama. And cat mama will give you cat milk and then give you cat fish. Right? Cat will bring some rat and then you see the rat and eat the rat. You become grateful to your cat mummy that the rat food has come, right? Rat momo has come, and you eat it and you are happy. And again, after cat, you enter again dog. Dog mama, dog mama. So then dog mama will bring some. I have seen the dogs. The dogs are very horrible animals. The dog's mother, they will go somewhere and eat something and they will put it in their mouth inside only. and then they will come. I have actually closely observed everything in material world, and that's why I have become like this. The dog mother, I don't know how many of you know it. The dog mother will eat it and then come to the child and vomit it out. And all the puppies, they will eat the vomit of the mother. And be very happy. Oh, mama has vomited, mama has vomited, dog mama has vomited, let me eat. And that's why dog stool is very obnoxious, because it eats the vomit, right? The dog expresses its love by offering vomit to the children. Or, just see how much of love, what is love in this world, right? Not just children. I have seen the dog father will come and vomit, and the dog mother will also eat. The wife will eat. Oh, my husband has brought delicious item where he has eaten somewhere. So this is dog mama and dog papa and dog pati, dog wife. They have this type of family life, right? And then there are scavengers, vulture mama. Then you become vulture mama, vulture mummy. Maharaj was recently, I was hearing Radhanath Maharaj. He was in a Jain, not Jain, but that Parsis. Parsis, they put the body on the forest. And then Maharaj was explaining how the vulture will come and vulture will eat. And Maharaj is telling that I have seen all the vultures, they will fight. The whole body will big. And the vultures will fight. And Maharaj was telling why the vultures are fighting. Because the body is big, you can pick from any part. But all the vultures will be fighting to pick from the anus. And they have special attraction to the anus. Maharaj was telling, I was not knowing this. Some things I also don't know, because my Gurudev is more realized and graphic. I only know about dogs because I saw the dogs in front. But recently I was hearing Maharaj telling about the vultures, how the vultures will be fighting. And Maharaj was telling the hands are there, legs are there, you can pick up anywhere. But all the vultures will be fighting. And the king, leader vulture, because I am a leader, I will poke and eat from that place. So this is how the material life is. And it's so obnoxious for you to hear. But you you get a vulture mama, mummy, and then vulture mummy will teach you what? Beta, carrier banana hai. Na mummy, carrier kya hota hai? Na carrier matlab, you have a big body, but the right place has to be, you have to eat from the right place. So that is how what we are, a vulture makes training, the vulture mother and father give training to the vulture kids that how to eat, what to eat, and from where to eat, right? And the vulture feels that my son is so glorious. There were 10 vultures eating a human body, but my son was glorious because he hit the right point. And he is feeling also proud, my son, vulture son, right? So similarly, the dog feels pride that I have brought and I am maintaining the family. How? I have eaten something and now I'll vomit and all my children are eating. So this is how. Similarly, humans also have a particular type of maintaining their family. They are also feeling proud. So what is so great about maintaining a family? What is so great about maintaining a body? What is so great which is so filthy? So we must understand that until unless we understand the futility of material life, we will not become serious. The reason we are not serious in Krishna consciousness is still we are understanding the material world is a very nice place, right? I have got different mamas, mummies and all. How many mummies we have got? Vulture mummy, dog mummy, and in all the mummy and papa taught us how to have a good career, right? And now in this life, we have got a mummy, papa who taught us how to be a good career. In all life, we have got married. In all life, we have got children. In this life, we have got something special. Prati janme mata pita jadi pai. I have got every life, my father and mother, dog father, cat father, vulture father. Ei janme ami sobhagye guru te pai. But in this life, I have got the fortune of getting a guru, getting Srila Prabhupada, getting the acharyas, and I can perfect my life and take Krishna consciousness seriously. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Vulture Prabhu ki jai. Because Vulture is teaching us how to dog Prabhu, Cat Mataji. They're all. If you study nature very seriously, you will develop a lot of detachment, and that will help us to also become attached to Krishna. Right? Vairagya is important, and we should study the nature and become detached from the material life and become attached to Krishna seriously, sincerely, and do the duties of this whatever body we have got, as just to complete the duty and wait to go back to Godhead. Okay, Hare Krishna. Anyone has any questions? Okay, Shyam Narayan Prabhu has one question, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
Am I audible, Prabhu?
Yeah, fully.
So how can we balance the detachment from material world and the duties towards this material world?
Forget about balancing. First, we'd be detached. We too much talk about balance and then we go to the other side. So that's why first we need to hear regularly about the futility of material life, right? And we need to hear it. We need to understand the material life, material world is a miserable place. So balance comes next. When there is balance, so why we are talking about balancing? We are already in this side, right? Now we should talk about to pull you up. You need some acceleration now. So if you are in the full spiritual side, then we can talk about balancing material life. Now we are fully installed in material life. Now we should regularly hear how we can balance. The way to balance is that we need to always regularly hear about material life, and we should also regularly hear that this whatever family I have got, whatever body I have got, they are meant for giving me an opportunity for Krishna consciousness, and I have to give the family opportunity for Krishna consciousness. This is a intermediate platform. So in this way we can balance. But sometimes we may get caught up in the material attachment, and that's why we have to hear that this is material world and I don't have any relationship with anyone other than Krishna, and I have got some relationships now. Let me try to help them in practice of spiritual life. Let me help myself in practice of spiritual life. Okay, so we don't have to worry so much about balance, because already we are imbalanced. And where we are imbalanced? We are imbalanced on the material side. So we have to talk a lot about spiritual life, right? Okay, when we can talk about balance? When we are too much on the spiritual side. Like you can tell me balance. Oh Prabhuji, I think you should call also little bit your father, little bit your sister. Then I understand, theek hai, it sounds logical, little bit of but balance means when we are seriously practicing, then the Guru will tell, Arey, I think you are too serious, becoming too serious in spiritual life. You should also give time to your family, friends, and little bit. So, but we should not be worried too much about balance. If we worry too much about balance, because we have material desires, we'll go imbalance only, right? Rather, Guru should be worried about our material life, and we should be worried about our spiritual life. Now, ulta happens. Guru is worried about your spiritual life, and we are too much worried about our material life, right? So we should be worried about our spiritual life. We should go to Guru and tell Prabhu, how can I chant and everything? And the Guru says, okay, we will chant together and everything, but what about your job? Are you giving time to your job? So like that, the relationship should be. Now it is ulta. We are too much worried about material life. So that's why we have to drag ourselves back to spiritual life. Is this clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, now Ansuman Prabhu has a question. We'll ask. Let's see what he's asking.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhuji, I read somewhere that some analogy was given that if we want to relish the eating thing, then we have that hunger. Without that hunger, that we cannot remove the food. So similarly, I think this question is slow was there. That similarly, that if we release the devotional service, that at least doing suppose chanting or worshipping or anything devotional, that we should have some little bit of rati to Krishna. Otherwise, that we cannot release that transcendental thing, or we cannot progress in that spirituality. So, point is that probably that if we do not have that maybe 0.001% of that rati, how we can progress without having that thing.
Okay, so this the verse you are quoting comes from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, and this verse is spoken by Havir, Prapadyamanasya. So it says that Bhakti Pareshanubhava Viraktir Anyatracha. So in that verse, Biswanath Chakravarti Thakur speaks about that only when you have hunger, you can release the food. Similarly, and food will also nourish you. Now you have asked a good question, that if I don't have hunger, spiritual hunger, how to develop spiritual hunger? So there is a verse you can refer from Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 2nd chapter. I think it's the 16th verse. Anyone can open that verse. Susruso Sraddhadhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchi Syat Mahat Sevaya Vipra Punyatirtha Nishevanat. So Bhagavatam says about this verse, I think first 1 to 16 or 1 to 17, something like that. In that, Susruso Sraddhadhanasya, with lot of Shraddha and with lot of submissiveness, Susruso Sraddhadhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchi, and we will get Katharuchi to Vasudev when that Syat Mahat Sevaya Vipra. When we serve those who have got lot of rati towards Krishna, right? Like Narad Muni served the Bhakti Vedantas, they had got lot of rati. So similarly, we should have lot of desire to serve the spiritual master and lot of desire to serve the Vaishnavas. So those who have especially got rati towards Krishna and virakti towards this material world, we serve those devotees, we will also get rati towards Krishna. So that's why, like I was telling last class, so how devotees are, they like if they don't get a material problem, they will not book a meeting with me, right? And they will not book a meeting to, okay, let me book a meeting so that I can read with Sri Nitai Das, or I can read with a Vaishnava. So we are connecting also with spiritual personalities for material reason. And that's how the spiritual outlook and spirituality goes away, fades away from our life, right? We connect with Guru, and slowly our relationship with Guru and relationship with the sadhus also become very material. We don't connect with them to inquire, right? We don't connect with them, okay Prabhuji, I want to read, I want to, how you read and how you relish, I want to read with you so that I can relish. How many people have booked meetings? Hardly any meeting in last 1 year I have seen. Someone has booked when I come to a meeting and I say, Prabhu, I want to read something and I want to just hear how you read. And how? No one. That means what? Until unless you experience, like how sometimes how people become greedy, when people see some greedy person, right? How people become materialistic? By people seeing materialistic person. How people become lusty? By seeing other men lusty, other ladies lusty. So associating with people and trying to read with devotees, trying to practice with those devotees who are relishing and taking up that in our life as a endeavor, right? Mahat Sevaya Vipra. Generally, as soon as we hear the Mahat Seva, what things come in our brain? What things comes in our brain? Mahat Seva karna hai. प्रभु गुरु सेवा करना है। क्या क्या मेरे दिमाग में आता है, प्रभु जी फ्रूट्स लेके आ जाऊं क्या, प्रभु जी आपके लिए खिचड़ी बना दूं क्या, प्रभु जी आके ये हो जाऊं क्या। As soon as महत सेवा comes, we think, how I can feed that sadhu. अरे, but sadhus are not happy about giving your what fruits you are giving, what donation. Real sadhu is happy when a person comes and asks, Prabhu, can you tell about something about Krishna, what you read recently? Can you tell me a verse which you remembered recently? Like yesterday I was telling this brahmachari that when I was in IIT, I was remembering the songs. Like this song, I have remembered this song, Bhuliya Tomare. Whatever, so many songs I have remembered. Now I was telling ki why you are facing a difficulty, because you are not rooted to basics. So in when I was in IIT and beginning practicing bhakti, that time I was remembering Vaishnava songs. And I remembered the first basic level all Vaishnava songs. Now I am remembering the advanced level Vaishnava song. I told him now I am remembering Vrindavan Ashtakam of Rupa Goswami. And it's a song with teeth grinding Sanskrit. Right? And that is a song, but the Sanskrit is so tough. Right? And I had taken a challenge. Now I have remembered only 5 verses. 3 verses are more stronger. The easier 5 verses now I have remembered. Every morning I get up and I brush up. अरे उसको 8 verses मेरे को याद रखना है. So we should always be rooted in our basics. So now it is our opportunity how we want to interact with sadhus. So Mahat Seva doesn't mean that I get some dry fruits. Like so many people get dry fruits. Arre kya dry fruit, And life is dry without Krishna, and eating dry fruit will make it more dry, right? And okay, we may have to eat some dry fruits and fruits, but real Mahat Seva is not bringing dry fruits or fruits. And then you give dry fruit and then you ask about your material life to the sadhu. That means what? The dry fruit becomes like a commission. समझ आ रहा है ना? You go to a counselor or you go. The word counselor I hate the most. Counselor name, like we tell Siksha Guru as counselor, I hate the most the word. Though this word has been used by my spiritual master a lot, but I really don't like. Because why? Because we think, oh, my guru is my what? Siksha Guru is like counselor. Means what? I fall into a problem, I will take some fruits and give that fruits and solve my material problem and come out of it. So that's not the Mahat Seva. Mahat Seva is not sadhus. What fruits you will give me? What money will give me? And I can maintain 3-4 of you with what job I was getting. What you will give me? And Krishna can give me all. Even if you don't give anything to me, Krishna will give me all fruits. So point is, sadhus are those people who don't need anything from anyone and material life. My sister became so upset. Arey, kahan tum jayega? Kya karega? And I said, arey, what you are thinking of me? I will go back to that house and stay in old age. Now only I am not going. That time I will go. And no, what will happen to you in old age? Arey, why you are worried? Why don't you worry about your old age? What will happen to you? I am concerned. I am concerned about your old age and you are concerned about my old age. I am concerned about his spiritual life. Whether you will be able to remember Krishna at your old age. Right? So, sadhus we go to meet and inquire spiritual stuff. And inquire, oh, can I read with you? And you do that, you will see Mahat Sevaya. I have seen when some Maharajas come, right? And some devotees go to meet them and they ask some questions. Maharajas, they feel so happy. What we have done in ISKCON now, Gurudev ko dandavat karna hai, darshan karna hai. Arey, you know what Srila Prabhupada used to give darshan. You know what was darshan? What Srila Prabhupada, anyone knows what was darshan? What Srila Prabhupada had coined? Srila Prabhupada's darshan. Prabhupada also used to give darshan. What was darshan? It is basically question answer session. People will come, put dandavat. They will ask all their questions about spiritual life. Prabhupada will give answer. That was darshan. How nowadays people come and take sadhu's darshan, give some fruits. Guru Maharaj ko dandavat karna hai. आशीर्वाद ले लेना है. क्या आशीर्वाद? मटेरियल लाइफ में कुछ आशीर्वाद नहीं, जितना आशीर्वाद लेंगे कुछ नहीं होने वाला है। मेरे से आशीर्वाद लेंगे क्या होगा, कुछ नहीं होगा। मटेरियल वर्ल्ड चेंज हो जाएगा, इट विल नॉट चेंज। सो महत सेवया, राइट, दैट वर्स यू हैव पुट कुशल विहारी ब्रो, शुश्रूषो श्रद्धाधानस्य वासुदेव कथा रुचि स्यात् महत सेवया विप्रा पुण्य तीर्थ निषेवनात्। हाउ वासुदेव कथा रुचि विल कम? बाय शुश्रूषो। शुश्रूषो मतलब submissively inquiring from the guru how I can advance in Krishna consciousness. That is Mahat Seva. Mahat Seva is not that giving some fruits, giving some donation, right? The guru doesn't need donation. Guru doesn't need your fruit and dry fruit. He will be happy when you have spiritual inquiry. And when we practice bhakti with the guru, then we also get trained. Oh, this is how I should read Srimad Bhagavatam verse. This is how I should relish Srimad Bhagavatam. Oh, this is how I should read the purport of Srila Prabhupada. Then you will understand. It was clear. Like one time I was, I saw a dream. So my spiritual master is sitting, and then there are so many devotees sitting, and he has taken a Srimad Bhagavatam, and he is discussing from Dhruva Maharaj section, from the 4th canto, and he is speaking about Dhruva Maharaj, and he is asking everyone to speak on Dhruva Maharaj. He asked Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj. Maharaj was sitting on the back, and I am looking at Maharaj. Maharaj got up. Maharaj spoke something about Dhruva Maharaj, and then Maharaj asked, Radhanath Maharaj asked Radhesham Prabhu to speak something. Then Gaurang Prabhu, Govind Prabhu, all are sitting and all are discussing. This is what is brings us. Now then when Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj said something, then Radhanath Maharaj also added something. And then Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj appreciated, oh, I never thought about it in that way, So this is called knowledge transmission of realization. So sometimes in the classes, knowledge transmission happens, but transmission of realization happens in personal, when we meet the Guru, ask personal questions to him. How do you maintain your consciousness? How do you relish Srimad Bhagavatam? So that is the real inquiry to the Gurus and Sadhus. How do you chant, and what happens to you when you get distracted? What you do? How do you remember the Vaishnava songs? So these are good inquiries. And you do, then you just imitate. You just follow, okay, arey, this is the right technique. Like yesterday, Radhesham Prabhu was telling some techniques about preaching and all. I said, arey, kaya technique hai, so this is really nice technique. We'll start applying it, right? So like that, right? And then I was also telling Radhesham Prabhu that, so he was also appreciating my point that Prabhuji, we should, what happens is we give so many Hindi classes, and then lot of elderly ladies come and become very difficult. I don't know how to take care of these elderly ladies and all. So, and then, but then you give in English, the young people come, and then we can only, like we have to take care of the elderly ladies also. But am I, first of all, taking care of lady only is a difficulty for me. Taking care of elderly ladies, another elderly lady should give a class. Then, the elderly ladies get connected to her and take nice care. So then I was telling Radhesham Prabhu, I generally speak in English only nowadays, most of the classes, so that, I can attract those people whom I can take care and do justice. Otherwise, lot of Matajis come and I cannot take care. They keep on crying, Prabhuji ka samay nahi milta hai. And I am also crying, how do I, as a sannyasi and as a male, give time to them? And their husbands are also not becoming devotees. So I was, and then Prabhuji appreciated point. Yeah, that's a true point. The elderly ladies should be given class, or the ladies should be given class by another lady, so that they can take care of them nicely. So what I am telling is that this is how we should deal with the spiritual master. Not that, ye samasya ho gaya, pet ka samasya ho gaya, wo ho gaya, aisa ho gaya. Right? Like, I have never written a mail that mera pet ka samasya hoga. 4 years, I have never written a single mail to Radhesham Prabhu. Rather, he was writing mail. Ki, "Arey, how is your health now? Please tell me." And I used to tell him, "Prabhu, something is happening. Let's see how things happen." So we should not, bother the Guru too much about our material life. The Guru should be worried about our material life. We should be worried about our spiritual life, about the Guru's mission, doing something for the Guru, inquiring something about spiritual stuff from the spiritual master. That's why he is called spiritual master, not material master. You're able to understand? Mahat Sevaya Vipra, right? And as soon as we heard this verse, Mahat Sevaya, immediately it strikes our head. Get some sadhus, give some donation, give some fruits. Sadhu Seva. And what in ISKCON Sadhu Seva means? Giving some cloth to the sadhu. Sare sadhu ka kya cloth denge? What you will give to the sadhu? One who has Krishna, we should feel that what I can give to him. Like that a disciple should think. One who has Krishna, he has everything in life. And what I will give him? Fruits. And I should not be so proud that I have got some fruits. That is just a courtesy. Giving some fruits, giving some donation is a courtesy. But real interaction is how I can advance. Right? Tasmad Guru Prapadyete Jigyasu Sreya Uttama. Why we surrender to a Guru? Jigyasu. How I can go back to Godhead? Can you tell me? So that is your understanding. Sorry for small question. I gave a long answer. But what did you understand from the answer?
That actually we need to submissively ask to our spiritual Guru.
Mahat Sevaya. No. First I said about Mahat Sevaya. We have to serve the sadhus, the mahats, the gurus, the superiors. And as soon as we think about service, immediately we think, oh, how I can give some fruits, dry fruits and all. But that is not the most important service. That is courtesy. That anyway we have to do, but that's a courtesy. Real service is how I can become serious in Krishna consciousness. How you are serious. How do you not get affected? Or what you do when you get affected. So like that, in class, we can get information about Krishna. But in personal interactions, talking and observing, like I learned a lot by observation, right? And we should be very sensitive. Like yesterday, Raisham Prabhu was giving class and his voice changed. Immediately, I looked at AC and I was looking at everyone that we need to switch off the AC. And I was shocked that people were looking at me. Okay, why you are looking at me and why you are disturbing me by looking at AC? Where is the remote? And I saw that people have become so insensitive. From the face only you can understand that, he is feeling uncomfortable with the AC. And none of so many 30 people were sitting in the class, none of them were understanding. And I was looking at them, I was looking at Chandramukh Keshav and he was looking, then I said, AC. Then I have to tell verbally. Then they understood. Then Raisham Prabhu saw me that I am trying to find out the AC remote. Then he only said, I want the AC to be switched off. So, we should be observant. We should be sensitive. And if we are sensitively observing the activities of sadhus, then we'll learn a lot. Right? We can take care of them also, and we'll learn a lot also from the behavior of the sadhus, from the behavior of the spiritual master. So how we can preach, how we can practice? By observing the sadhus, by observing and learning from them, asking them questions, how to practice. Yes. But if we are insensitive, we are not, we are very gross in our behavior, then we cannot a lot. Right? Okay. Yes, next question. Yeah. Okay, yes, please tell. Okay, who is Mohit Prabhu will want to ask? Band kar do. Remove the power, then it will work. Yes. Remove the power. Remove the power.
Yes.
Yes, please tell.
living entities to the Lord.
हाँ.
So I want to ask, is it specific to
Switch off.
specifically speaking about the living entities who have practiced the devotional service in their previous life, or it is applicable to all the living entities?
So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that most of the living entities pray like that. At least if they don't pray and address Krishna, switch on. So at least if they don't pray and address Krishna, but at least they address some personality. At least they address some personality. They address that after some time charge it after 2-3 minutes. So at least they address some personalities that who can rescue me, like Gajendra. Gajendra didn't address Narayan. Gajendra just put the flower and said, whoever is supreme, come and give me help. Like that Gajendra prayed. So most of the living entities pray. If they have previous background of bhakti, then they will address Hari. If they don't have previous background of bhakti, they will address someone can rescue me. Like that they will be praying, right? But don't without addressing it, right? They will be more impersonalistic. Is this clear? Okay, next. Yes, Selja Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Dandabad.
Prabhuji, my question is similar to that. Anshama. संडे को आप बोलते हैं तो पूरा सीरीज में खाता है, फिर वो पूरा वीक में फिर वो धीरे-धीरे फिर वीक काम में करते हैं.
Yeah, so I heard a very nice concept from Radheshyam Prabhu, which I am going to apply now. Everyday reading, right? Now I am starting now. Everyday reading, 15 minutes to 20 minutes. Now everyday reading. We will fix one time now. And because every day Maya, Radheshyam Prabhu was telling, every day Maya is giving them tips. So every day we have to also give them tips. So now we will start everyday reading, so that the solution happens. 15 minutes, join 15 minutes, every day read. And we'll take one verse. My plan was to take one verse, one golden verse, which I am remembering or something, and read the purport. That takes 5 minutes. Reciting verse takes 2 minutes, and 10 minutes explanation. So every day my plan is now to so join the Zoom and everyday reading. That is the solution. That what I also like the idea. Similarly, Radheshyam was telling, every day you should inspire. You read and you inspire people, that you also read for someone else. You are getting from me, so you also read for someone else 15 minutes. So like that, everyday reading. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes. Oh, we will give you chance in queue. Yes, Poonam Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
हाँ.
Prabhuji, like regarding reading, everyone says that we should read for 15 minutes, and somehow that absorption doesn't come. And when I'm hearing lectures, it's more like I can hear the realizations and commentary of pure book, which I cannot understand on reading myself. So this 15 minutes, Prabhu, doesn't work. Sometimes I feel that at a stretch we can read. If one day is there, should dedicate more on reading. That helps me more personally.
See, 15 minutes reading, and what I am telling.
Other devotees is also a challenge.
So what I am telling, 15 minutes reading is for like sometimes you want to sell ice cream. So what you do? You give a smaller version of sachet ice cream, right? You want to, and then people read it, eat it. अरे अच्छा है, ज़्यादा चाहिए? Yes, ज़्यादा चाहिए. Come to the shop, right? So 15 minutes reading is like sachet, and that will help us to gain strength to read more, to understand more, right? So, and as you said, right, that we should read at a stretch, right? Like I read on Thursday at a stretch. I am reading Bhakti Vinod Thakur Siksha Amrit now. Very nice book. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains the philosophy very nicely from atheistic to Manjari. So in one book only Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes the philosophy very nicely. So at a stretch I read. But at least 1 hour, half an hour we can read definitely. This is one thing I wanted to tell, that 15 minutes reading is just for taste. Is this clear? And as regarding partner, we don't have to worry so many people. We find a reading partner, one person only. And along with him or her, we read. Okay? If we...
Time doesn't match, Prabhu. I asked so many people.
Time doesn't match means what? Right? Means what? People are not serious. So, you go sometimes for friends with movie, time matches? Yes, time matches. You go sometimes for restaurant, time matches. I see so many devotees. I call them, where are you, Prabhuji? I am in Govindas. And who are along with you? Prabhu, 2-3 more families are there. Hare, how time has matched by going to Govindas? Huh? How time has matched for going Govindas? And why time is not matching for reading Srimad Bhagavatam? For Lalita group, book reading group, time is not matching. So much a problem, Talking with Ritu Mataji, I have put my head, broken my head. Time is not matching. And same, shopping mein jana hai, Govindas mein jana hai, time matching. I call devotees, where are you? Bro, I am there in shopping. Alone? No, Prabhuji. 2-3 more families are there. I am shopping. Right? Time is matching. Time, don't give excuse to time. Don't give excuse to time. I am not a kid whom you can fool. Okay? And I have seen all my friends, I have seen material life, spiritual life, I have seen ISKCON, I have seen everything. So don't speak about time. It's all nonsense. These are all excuses. Time will match when we really want to do it. Because you ask anyone of your friend from Lalita group, oh, we want to go for Govindas, are you coming? And it's a free trip and free treat. Trip is also free, treat is also free. Who will reject that? Yeah, yes, we will also go to Govindas. Time will match. All the constellation, Rohini Nakshatra, everything will, all will fall in one place. And Kushal Vihari Prabhu doesn't have to even see the charts. The constellation will fall in the right direction, in the right place. Why? Because my friend has invited me for the Govindas. Free trip and free treat. Both are free. But then, Bhagavatam, okay, theek hai. Bhagavatam par kya milega? Right? We'll go for beauty parlor, then time comes out. And if we go for movie, time comes out. If you go for chilling out and go to different hill station, time comes out. And I see so many families giving me photo, I have gone to this hill station. Together they went. Right? Time came out. But for reading Bhagavatam, time is not coming out. Okay. Hare Krishna. What can be done? Yes. Ajay Jana Prabhu. Please tell.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dhanavad Pranam. Thank you very much for this very touching Vaishnava song. Actually, what happened, a few weeks back, I was going through this Vaishnava song books and I saw this song and I told my wife, this is a nice song. I think I will request Prabhuji to sing this song.
Oh, just sing. So, I am not the culprit of today's heavy class. Paramatma of Ajay Jana Prabhu's heart. Okay. Thank you for this.
Remotely and you sung this song today. It's opens our eyes only. So in this song there is a line, Janani Jatore Chilam Jakon Vishama Bandhanaka Pase. Okay. Now you see, when a child comes out from mother's womb, mostly the child cries. In some cases, exceptional cases, the child does not cry. And what we see in later stage, in the growth, the child who does not cry, he or she, some abnormality in their brain behavior. So
Yeah.
what is your thought about this? Is it because the child does not cry, he or she did not feel any pain when inside the mother womb?
So the my realization about is that if the child is crying and that is considered normal, and child is not crying, it's considered abnormal. So my realization is it is a message to the child and message to the parents. You have come here to cry. In the material world, crying is normal, not crying is abnormal. So that is the message of crying when you are born. Is this clear? If you are crying in material world, I think is normal. And when you are happy in material world, you should think, is there some abnormality? What is happening? So we should think like this. Is this clear?
Okay.
Being crying in material world is normal. And within the crying, little bit of happiness is there. And we are so glorifying that happiness. Right? Bhaktivinoda Thakur, last week I was reading Sikshamrit. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes, what is considered happiness in the material world, right? And the happiness is basically, there is some misery, there is another misery, in between there is some no misery, and that relief is considered happiness. Your leg was paining and then your hand was paining, and in between the time when leg and hand has stopped paining, that phase when nothing is paining is considered happiness. But then Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling, happiness is a positive emotion. It cannot be dependent on lack of negative emotion. But in material life, happiness is defined as a lack of negative emotion. So that means we have never experienced till now what is positive happiness. And that positive happiness is relationship with Krishna. In this way, Bhaktivinoda Thakur in the beginning relates with Krishna and begins his very nice book, Sikshamrit. Okay, yes. Did you understand? I think we'll now go Udharan Krishna Prabhu, Ankit Prabhu, then Niraka Prabhu. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Can you please repeat what I have to repeat? Vihari Govind.
That quote, Prabhu, the true happiness.
Positive happiness part you were saying.
So happiness in this material world is defined as lack of negative pain. So because happiness is defined as relief from the negative pain, it doesn't have an independent existence. So the happiness what we talk about is dependent on pain. If pain is not there, I consider that is happy. But how come a positive emotion be dependent on negative emotion? So that means positive happiness we have never experienced till now. Because whatever happiness we are experiencing is lack of negative pain. Okay? Yes, Udharan.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. My question is that as Grihasthas, we hear all these lectures about the futility of the material life and how we have to remain detached with those different aspects of material life. Now, living in family life, we have to work hard to maintain the family, with the family, take care of them, earn money, all those things are there. On the other hand, we are talking about futility of material life. So some sort of detachment comes, but at the same time, we have to remain steady in our material life also. So that kind of frustration comes in the life, that how we can balance both of them. I know that we have to do it as a service to Krishna, but ultimately, sometime while doing material life, working the material life, it entangles us or our attachment increases. So how to navigate this?
Yeah. So let's not discuss about grihasthas or brahmacharis. Let's discuss about our material desires and material attachments. Because I have seen brahmacharis also in ISKCON wanting to grab. I want to do this also, I want to do that also, I want to do this also, I want to do that also, and I want to be temple president of this temple, I want to temple president, and then they don't have time to practice their own Krishna consciousness also. I want to have lot of disciples, I want to do this service also, that. All spiritual only. but then they don't have time to sit down and chant Hare Krishna nicely. Why? Because they are preoccupied. So let's not talk about brahmacharis or grihasthas. Let's talk about our situation of our heart. So our heart, our desires and our capacity. So one side we write desires, one side we write capacity. So if we have capacity 100%, so we should desire minimum 50%. Let us say my purchasing capacity is 50,000 rupees. My desires I should simit to 25,000 rupees. Then what will happen? Can you tell what will happen with that?
I will not hanker for more.
Nahin, you will be very, very peaceful. So,
We will, okay, Prabhuji,
Huh?
we will be choosing. We will choose which is better option. We will choose.
we will be very peaceful because first of all we'll be very peaceful. Why will be peaceful? Because I am earning double my expenses. Right? Like for example, how I am so peaceful. I see many of the devotees, what they will do, I'll tell you how they will work. They will desire that I want to do this service. And then what they will think, no, I have to now do this service. I have to create a hall for preaching. And then what they will do, now I have to find out who can fund for that hall. Then they will work hard. But how I work is, I have got some Lakshmi who has given donation. Then I think what we can do with that Lakshmi. Oh, I think we can make a good hall for devotees to serve. Now you tell me in these two situations, what is the difference in these two situations? Can you tell?
Second situation is better because I already have a reserve of Lakshmi.
First situation में problem क्या है?
That anxiety to collect.
While chanting, अरे हॉल कैसे बनेगा? अब तो मैं सारे devotees को announce कर दिया. I announced all devotees. It is my ego now. Now all what devotees will think, I have announced that the hall is getting built, right? The poster is built, right? Sri Nitai Das making a hall, right? Now all throughout, who will give money? Samapriya, will she give money? Santanu, will he give money? So wherever I see money only. Now I will see dollar in Santanu's video. I'll see a dollar sign, and Tarun's video I'll see another rupee sign. In Asit's video I'll say pound sign. I'll see everywhere. Why? Because I have announced a poster that I will build a hall, right? And now I don't have money, right? But imagine I have a money, then I am thinking, then I am very peaceful. I will see Santanu as Santanu. I will see Ansuman as Ansuman. I will not see them as a dollar. So exactly same way we are doing in our Grihastha ashram also. What our brahmacharis are doing. Why our brahmacharis are more troubled and in anxiety than the Grihasthas, I'll tell you. Why they are there? Because of this only, right? So that's why I told Pawan Krishna Prabhu ki Prabhuji, the first principle of starting preaching is, I will not deal with money. You have to deal with money. Some Grihastha has to deal with money. You have to deal with money. Second principle is that I will not start a project and think about getting money for the project. I will get some money and then how to utilize now? We have to do some project. We have to do something so that this money is utilized in Krishna's service. So that the money is not stored as it is. Money has to go out of the Krishna's account. Krishna's account should be completely vacuum and should immediately be used in Krishna's service. So we have, so in that way you can also think, okay, if I am earning X amount of money, I should limit my desires to X by 2. Immediately all problems in Grihastha ashram will solve. Similarly, the way we follow in our Dasosmi family, 2025, whatever we have collected, we will spend in 2026. All problems are solved. We don't put any message in the group. You will see other groups, you will go, ISKCON group, this group, every time they will put a message. Okay, this festival is coming, give some money. This festival is coming, give some money. They will first plan the festival, think how the money will come for the festival. Then how, when he is chanting, how money will come, how money will come, how money will come. So that is the problem. And this is being inflated. This consciousness is inflated by credit card system. Credit cards have inflated this plastic money. So you are now earning X, but you are, because of credit card, you are spending 3X, 5X, right? And then, is this Grihastha ashram? This is Griha Medhi ashram. And Brahma Medhi ashram. Neither it is Brahmachari ashram, nor it is Grihastha ashram. It is Brahma Medhi and Griha Medhi ashram. So if we are having X, then we should think about X by 2. And all my expenses should be everything in X by 2. And then peaceful, right? And imagine job is also lost. Then also, okay, I will get another job. Imagine I get a job with less payment. Then also I am fine. Okay, theek hai. Anyway, I am X by 2 mein chal raha. So that is most important. But generally we run in 2X, 3X. And that creates problem. So that's why हमारे क्या बोलते हैं, we tell ना कहावत, इतना कपड़ा काटो, इतना
चद्दर और नीचे उतने ही पैर के साथ
इतना क्या, whatever. All of you understood, na? Right? I don't know that, but I understood. So then we are understanding. That is Grihastha ashram. What is Griha Medhi ashram? You are earning X, spending 3X. Use credit card and spend 3X. This is Griha Medhi ashram. You are understanding? Grihastha ashram means earn X, spend X by 2. You are very peaceful. Okay? And align your children, align your wife, align your husband accordingly. The wife should also understand we will only spend X by 2. And what remaining time, we will have so much peace. Right? And what we will do with that peace? Chant Hare Krishna peacefully. Material life should be kept very simple. Then only we can practice Krishna consciousness peacefully. Simple material life doesn't mean that we are not living in a good flat. Right? We are simple. I'll give an example. Yesterday I was telling Bihari going through. A simple example I was telling. We had some Lakshmi. So we made a studio in Sapurji. And that studio, so much of sound was coming with bike, and you know Sapurji, how the culture is. But what can be done? We didn't have money. So the studio was in Sapurji. And then we got little money. Then we made studio in DLF. But then also a lot of sound was coming. But then devotees were telling come to Elita. But then slowly, as we got Lakshmi, peacefully we shifted from Sapurji to Elita. And yesterday I called that owner of Elita and I said, it is so nice, this place. It's so calm. I can give class, I can write my book peacefully. So like that. So then it's not that growth doesn't happen peacefully. Peacefully also growth happens. I'm giving an example. This is also growth on a material level, correct? We were disturbed with so much of sound and I had to close the windows, then also sound will come. And then this boys, they will put that good bike and the girls are laughing like that. That is the culture of Sapurji. And that is also there. So growth will also happen organically in mode of goodness. Don't think that mode of goodness doesn't have growth. Only passion has growth. No. Passion will give you growth and give you, like growth is X. Passion will give you 10x misery with that X growth. But if goodness you are there, it will give you X by 2 growth, but you will get 10x happiness with that X by 2 growth. Which is better? Tell me. Passionate growth or mode of goodness growth? So sometimes we have a wrong notion that we do not grow when we are in mode of goodness. We grow, passion में आपको 10x growth होगा, फिर lot of misery will also come, lot of destruction will also happen. So live a life of mode of goodness, simple life. You will see, you will grow very organically, slowly, your material life will grow. Everything will grow, right? So similarly, in our Krishna consciousness also, in our preaching also, we should think about organic growth. Slowly we should do. Then we are peacefully practicing our bhakti also nicely. We are growing also, right? But imagine, Sri Nitai Das picks up a challenge now. I should now I have, we are preaching in only 4 communities, and I have only 80 people are coming for satsang. So in next year we'll double it and we'll make it 160 satsang devotees. And then what will happen? Wherever I go, I'll see that 160 number only. Dharan Vishna 160. Everywhere I'll see number 160 only. And then what will happen? Those devotees, somehow or other will get them into satsang and to make that 160 number. Right? And then when they come, that 116 number comes, then we have to get the better Zoom ID. Today I got 80 ho gaya. Immediately Zoom, you see how they do business. Immediately pop-up came. Go for higher Zoom meeting, 500 and pay. Abhi pop-up aaya. Class ke andar. What business they are doing, just see. Huh? And immediately the pop-up came. So we have to get a better Zoom ID. That will also cost more. And then people will come. I don't know how many will stay. So that is inorganic growth. Okay? Yes. Who else is there? Yes. Ankit Prabhu, then Nirakar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Vandana Pranam. Thank you for the wonderful class.
Yes.
And the analogy of the example of vulture was very graphic, and it kind of scares us. And like how death is so, even after death there is so,
You didn't like the dog example?
Dog was still, it's like, okay, I came to the understanding that all the jivas.
That's why Guru is more powerful. Why you are moving? What happened?
But that vulture was like, this will happen to your dead body now. That was like,
yeah.
And
so that's why Guru is more powerful than disciple. I may have dog realization, but Guru has vulture realization. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj ki. Yes, tell, ask.
So, I was asking that generally my tendency is whenever I hear these examples and I see material people, then I tend to criticize material people. Rather, I should apply it in my own life. So how can I be respectful towards the materialistic people? Even though they are struggling, everything is fine. But ultimately, they are also like,
We don't have to be respectful to materialistic people. We have to be compassionate to materialistic people. If we respect the materialistic people, we'll also become materialistic. But rather, the right emotion for materialistic people is we should be compassionate to them. We don't have to be respectful to the materialistic people, to their materialistic ideas. And we don't have to accept and agree their materialistic ideas. Rather, we should be compassionate, kind to the materialistic people. And we should understand very clearly that they are suffering. They are doing disgusting, obnoxious things, right? And like when I'm going for Mangal Aarti, men half drunk, girls half drunk, half naked, they are coming back to sleep. When I every day go out for Mangal Aarti, I see, like today I was coming, I saw half naked girls, half drunk girls, right, coming. And so now if I respect those, then what will happen? Can I respect them? Tell me. We cannot respect them, but rather we should feel compassionate. Just see, what is the character of this lady? What is the character of this man? Half drunk, smoking, drinking, right? And next life they will surely become trees or surely become some cats and dogs. They They don't want to wear clothes now. So nature will tell them, Arey, why you get a human body? Because human body has a rule that you have to wear cloth. Better we'll give you dog body, roam around in Sapurji, and then you don't have to purchase also the dress, right? And then you can easily roam, and then material nature gives them the dog body, cat body, like that body, definitely. So we should feel compassionate to just see how much they are suffering. So we should not be respectful to materialistic people. Okay?
Prabhuji, in this now, actually, I think I'm not able to understand the compassionate attitude properly.
So if you are not able to remain compassionate, then we should remain aloof from them, be careful from them, and be respectful from a distance, like we respect snakes. And find out some innocent materialistic people who are innocent. There will be two types of materialistic people. One type, those who are fully engaged in materialistic activities, but they are respectful to the sadhus. They are ignorant. They are innocent and ignorant. And another is, there are materialistic people who are wicked and they are offenders. So you neglect them and try to give compassion to them. Now imagine, for even innocent, ignorant, materialistic people, you are not able to give compassion. Then you just hand over those contacts to your guru, who can guide them, right? We just hand over them. If we are not able to give compassion, at least we help our guru to spread his compassionate mission, like that.
Prabhuji, in this now, actually, one thing which comes up is that I should not feel falsely superior to them. So how can we avoid that thought?
No, why falsely? We are truly superior. Why
No,
falsely? We should be convinced that we are truly superior. Right. But our pride is not wrong.
Yeah, but
Pride is not wrong.
I should not lead to that.
So what is our pride? Our pride is we are the dog of Krishna. And what is their pride? They are dog of Maya. But we are dogs only. So our pride is we have become dogs of Krishna. Their pride is they are dogs of Maya. We just tell that remain dog only, but just give the chain of your that is tied with your neck to Krishna. So we should be proud. Pride is not. Arrogance is wrong. Pride is right. So, so what we generally tell about pride in a negative way is called arrogance. Pride means, like Krishna is telling to Arjuna, oh Arjuna, right? You are born as a Kunti Putra, you are born as a Bharata, and kutastva kasmalamidam pragyavadam sabhasase, gatasum agatasum cha nanu sochanti panditaha. So you are like a pandita, you are Bharataputra, Kaunteya, and how come a person born in Kuru dynasty can, who is supposed to speak like a pandita, speak like this? So Krishna is invoking the pride of Arjuna. So pride is good, but we should have right pride. What is our right pride? We have become servants of Krishna. And be compassionate to them because they are servants of Maya. So we are not falsely, we should not superior, we are superior, right? But then what a superior should do? The superior should serve the subordinate. Yes? Now there are two ways the superior can exploit the subordinate. Like I am also superior, but I have an opportunity to exploit all of you, or I have an opportunity to be compassionate to each one of you. And sometimes I may become angry on you, but it's out of compassion. People are becoming lethargic. So, understanding that I am superior is nothing wrong. Because we should live in reality. We are superior. But who has made us superior? Krishna. So we should remain humble. With the feeling of superiority also we can be humble. Because Krishna and Guru and Vaishnavas have made me superior. Now, then If someone else has made me superior, let's say for example, you didn't had a mobile and your guru gives you a mobile, immediately what I will think, Arey, my guru has given me this mobile, I should use it for spiritual purpose, correct? So you are superior definitely among the other people because they don't have a mobile, you have a mobile. Now it is right, it is reality that you are superior. But more you understand that that superiority has been given by Guru and Krishna to you, more you become responsible. Because I know that I am superior by mercy of Guru and Krishna. So I should use it responsibly. So we should be convinced that we are superior. And we should also be convinced that we are not superior by our prowess, by the Guru's mercy. And we should be also convinced that I should go out and give them the compassion that I have received from my Guru and Krishna. Okay? So we do not have to feel that I am not superior. Yes, we are superior. The devotee is the most superior entity. And we want not that I will only remain superior. I will make everyone superior. Right? So it's not that we want to only remain superior. No, you also join, become superior. He will also join. You also become superior. Is this clear?
Prabhuji, I have still further more query in this. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Pranadapi Sunjana Tarodapi Sekshona. So that being rest means that part. So, little bit I have doubt about
So
that.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says Trinadapi Sunichena Taroriva Sahishnuna. Definitely. But we need to understand that Trinadapi Sunichena is our dealings with others. Right? And when we deal with Vaishnavas, we should be in the mood of humility. And when we deal with materialistic people, we should also be in mood of humility. Here, humility is expressed in a different way. There, humility is expressed in a different way. So, humility is a feeling within the heart. But how you express that dealing is different. Like, for example, respect is a feeling. How you respect Sri Nitai Das and how you respect a cobra will be different, correct? Exactly in the same way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, Trinadapi Sunichena. But how you apply Trinadapi Sunichena to materialistic people and how you apply, like Srila Prabhupada would be so heavy on the scientist, but he was Trinadapi Sunichena. Why? Because he understood that my Guru has given me something I need to give these people who are ignorant. I said, so Trinadapi Sunichena is a feeling, but our dealings will vary from different ways. Okay? Sometimes a guru, who is also maybe Trinadapi Sunichena, he may shout at his disciple and become angry and chastise his disciple very angrily. Is he not Trinadapi Sunichena? He is also Trinadapi Sunichena. Because he is humble, like a mother. The child is putting stool and urine on the body and started playing with stool and urine. And the mother is shouting and taking the child and then cleaning the child. Now, what type of humility is required and tolerance is required for the mother to do this with the child? But the mother is shouting on the child. So, is this not humility? Yes. Mother is so humble, ready to take the charge of the child, clean the child. So, humility is expressed in different ways, in different relationships. Right? Is this clear? Or it's not clear? You are muted. Is this clear?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes,
Okay,
Prabhu.
okay. Yes,
Prabhu. Thank you.
Very good. Yes, Nirakar Prabhu, last question. You are very late.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Guru.
Yes.
Prabhuji, I have two questions. Prabhuji, am I audible now?
Yes.
Prabhuji, I have two
questions. One is what you told this prayer with a crying attitude. I want to come out of this material world or whatever we have discussed in this last 2 days. But how to maintain that kind of prayer? I feel sometimes that kind of prayer also quite natural. While more or less when I am in distress or in a negative situation. But how to maintain that kind of prayer when I am in very positive or in a happy situation? That is the first question. Second question is, Prabhuji, you told many of our friends have started 16 rounds during the college days. Now they are not out of Krishna conscious movement or maybe not practicing nowadays. Now that has given me a scary feeling that now I am practicing 12 rounds. How to come out that fear whether in future I should not fall down. Like your
Yeah.
friends. This is the question.
So my friends, everyone, the same history. They after some years they developed familiarity with the superiors, and then they didn't hear their superiors. So, and that's why the superiors did something and they did something else. And all the living of Krishna consciousness centers around this only. So if you are always centered around right superiors, we will never live Krishna consciousness. So last 20 years, we are hearing from the same superior and we are following. We may have clarifications, we may have discussions. Sometimes superiors sometimes may say something which we may have clarification, but we should never express rebellion. We can have discussion, clarification, but rebellious souls will not stay in Krishna consciousness. So all those people who have left are rebellious souls. They don't want to follow one, and that's why they have left, because spiritual world is a place where rebellion is not allowed. Everyone, Krishna is also surrendered fully, devotees are also surrendered fully surrendered. So in that way, that is one thing we need to understand, that we should not think that I'll become one day so big that I will not. Krishna will work through our life, through our superiors only. Always remain humble, surrender to the superiors. We'll always get the right guidance and we'll always remain protected. So it's not scary. We should rather understand that why they have left. Because they didn't take the superiors' advice seriously. And why some people have survived? Because they took the superiors' advice seriously. That's it. And regarding the first question, how to be crying in happiness, you will be considered mad. If you cry in happiness, imagine your son gets a success or gets a job, and you start crying, oh, my son got a job. So you start crying, you will be considered mad. A spiritualist is not a mad person, that he cries in happiness. Rather, in distress, a spiritualist is crying, take me out. In happiness also, a spiritualist also feels grateful that, oh Krishna, though the material energy is so powerful, it is only meant for misery, but it is by your mercy that this material energy has become little calmed down so that I can peacefully practice Krishna consciousness. Right? So in happiness, we are grateful to Krishna. Oh Krishna, thank you for little bit nullifying the effects of material life in my life so that I can little bit focus, because I am right now not fully pure. Right? And in distress, we should pray to Krishna, oh Krishna, take me out. I am not able to practice. I will like to practice seriously, serve seriously. So it's not that a devotee behaves like a person in mental asylum, that he is crying in happiness also. If a devotee gets a son, he's crying, oh, bhuliya tomare. So this song is not meant to, when your son is born, then you are singing bhuliya tomare in front of the song. That is not the right application of the song. The song is for you. But when we are applying for others, right, we should be happy, oh, this person has come. Now I have got opportunity. This son has come to make him a devotee. Usko maya mein padne hi nahi dunga main usko. So the father should think like this. That ये song के basis पे, not that the father is singing बुलिया तुम्हारे आ गया अभी तुम, देखता हूँ तुम कैसे अभी भक्ति करता है, हाँ प्रार्थना करके आया. So this is not the right attitude of a father. What the father should think, तुम कोशिश भी करेगा माया में डलवाने नहीं दूंगा तुमको, जब तक तुम मेरे चंगुल में है तुमको माया स्पर्श नहीं कर सकता. I will take that commitment as a father. This is the right attitude. So we should also apply these songs and all in the right way, right frame of mind, and then we can always take guidance from devotees of how to apply this song. But definitely these songs and everything are meant for helping us understand the futility of material life, right? But when we get success, even in this futile material life, we should tell to Krishna, pray to Krishna, oh Krishna, thank you for reducing the effects of material life little bit to me so that I can observe and focus in spiritual life. Otherwise, it will be difficult for me. Is this clear? Yes? Nidakar Prabhu. I think we'll end here. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam Purana ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hare Krishna.